my YouTube friends. Your YouTube library is sitting dormant right now. You spent real time making those videos, recordings, and editing all of them. And the moment a video stops being new, it basically stops being found. Sure, it may drip views for a few months, but then it goes quiet. What if that entire back catalog could run as a live stream on your channel right now, with an AI chatbot handling chat, generating subscribers, revenue, and anything else you can possibly imagine on a live stream? Well, that's what I want to show you today. We're going to walk through the whole thing, and you're definitely going to want to stay till the end because the founder of Justream is going to open his real YouTube analytics and show you how one stream generated around 1,000 subscribers and almost $900 using content that was already published. So you know what? Let's get to it! Here's how live content behaves on YouTube. When your channel is live, it gets real estate that recorded videos don't get. It comes up differently in search results. It pins to the top of your channel page as well. It signals activity. A new viewer landing on your channel sees something actually happening, not just a static library. Now that kind of positioning advantage is real, and most creators aren't using it because, well, live streaming can be really hard. Going live consistency means showing up on a schedule, running a chat, and of course, planning out all the content. That's not really passive, that's like another job. And for a solo creator who's already recording, editing, and publishing on a regular schedule, adding a live streaming commitment on top of that, well, it's a big ask. So what Justream does is separate the benefits of live streaming from the demand on your time. You take content that you've already made, you build it into a playlist, and you push it as a live stream that runs continuously, 24 hours a day. So you're live on the channel around the clock without you being at your desk. Now there's also a multi-platform angle here as well. If you want to expand to Twitch or any other destination, Justream can push that same stream out to any of those at the same time. That's one playlist, multiple platforms, and no additional production work. Now let me show you the actual setups. Here's how it works start to finish. If you don't have a username or password, you're going to create one, or you can log in with Google or Facebook or something like that. It's really simple. Once you sign in, you just go to the online streaming platform. Step one, you bring in your content. When you get into Justream, you're uploading your existing library. Now these are videos that you already made, so nothing new gets recorded for any of this. That's the whole point. Your back catalog becomes the raw material that does all the work for you. So what you're going to do is upload your videos. Really simple. Right here, you just bring this up and you can drag and drop the video files right onto here. So you can see when you drop these on here, it gives you this information right here. You can bring them in from the PC or from Twitch if you have videos that are up there. You can also download it directly from YouTube Studio. And if you need instructions, you could just visit that right there. Once you're done selecting all the videos that you want, you just click upload. And this is what you're gonna get. It's gonna process and upload your files and make them ready to add to a playlist. Step two, you build your playlist. From your library, you build a playlist that becomes your stream's programming. You can sequence videos however it makes sense for you and your audience. So a tutorial progression, a review catalog, or a best of compilation. The point is that someone who stumbles into your stream at 2 a.m. is going to experience that playlist as a cohesive piece of content, not a random selection. Now, step three, and this is the part that's worth paying close attention to. Justream has an AI chatbot built directly into the platform. Right now, they're the only company offering this for automated live streams. The chatbot handles chat in real time while the stream runs. Viewers who show up don't land on a dead window. There's actual engagement happening. That matters for two big reasons. First, chat activity is a big platform signal. The active chat tells YouTube that something real is happening in this stream. Second, a new viewer who drops in and sees a responsive chat is way more likely to stick around than someone watching a video play to an empty room. And that's what makes live streams so much fun to begin with. And the best part is you configure this chatbot to interact however you want. To create our AI characters, all we have to do is go to My Characters right here and create our first character. Under Selection Presets, we can actually create one from scratch, or we can select from a couple that are here: Lucas Gamer, Lucas ASMR Artist, or Sarah Yoga Teacher. We're just going to create from scratch, and we can name our character. So here's where you can have a character that's just related to your channel, or you can just give it your own name. Let's go ahead and just call it Michael for me, right? And then a description of the character. So Michael is a OBS and live streaming expert who teaches others about live streaming. Pretty simple. I can elaborate on that, add different applications and stuff that I would know about or whatever. I can make this as detailed as I want. Next, we can go into the personality of the character and whatever you want your character to be. If you want him to be very dry and serious, if you want him to be silly and fun. In my case, I would like my character to be similar to me. So we want to make him honest and silly, fun, kind, knowledgeable. Yeah, pretty simple stuff. You can go into as much detail as you want right here. Greeting message, hello, my YouTube friend. Sure, why not? That works. You can add questions that you want specific answers to. Like, where can I go to find a specific tutorial or whatever? I could write that in here as the question and the answer so that it will automatically always give the same answer to specific questions if I want. Here I can select from the different models that they have listed. So you've got Gemini and Anthropic, DeepSeek, Minimax. Any one of these models is going to give us pretty awesome chatbot. We're just going to go with the OpenAI GPT 5.2, which is essentially ChatGPT. Here in temperature, this is where you can decide how creative you want your bot to be. In my case, I don't want my bot to be terribly creative because I don't want him making stuff up, I want him to give me as close to information that it searches for that's correct as possible. Now there's a box down here for expert users you can click on that gives you a whole bunch of other things that you can change or modify about your character. And that's fantastic for expert users of AI and that sort of stuff. But for the most part, we have everything we need. We're already done. We can just save our character. Boom, now we've got a character. Let's go ahead and test our character Michael here. We're gonna just drop this down and go to test character. You can see there it is, my greeting. Hello, my YouTube friends. We're gonna be Bob. And we're going to type, hello, how are you? With a question mark. And we're going to click send. And let's see what Michael has to say about that. So let's try, how do I change scenes in OBS? Just a really simple question. And we can see here that Mike needs a bit of a tweak. He's a bit excited. But let's have Bob ask a question. And we'll send that, and let's see what sort of response we get from Mike. In OBS, we add scenes into the scenes box with a plus, and then click the scene. Then we click the scene name to switch instantly. You want hotkeys, it tells you how to do the hotkey. Not too bad. And then it asks what OS we're on. Now let's see if it will continue that conversation. So let's put Mac and see what it says. Because theoretically, it should continue. It just asked me a question, what OS are you on? Will it continue that conversation? On Mac, it's the same vibe, which I hate. I would definitely adjust mine to never use the word vibe because I'd rather poke my own eye out with a pencil than say that word, so my bot shouldn't say it either because it's just stupid. It's a word that honestly I think only AI uses. Either way, you can see that it does continue the conversation, which means that Bob could come on here and have a complete conversation with my AI. And if my AI is tweaked enough to actually be realistic and all that stuff, he might not even know it's not me. Now, I wouldn't really want to be intentionally tricking people on my channel. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing nefarious about this. In fact, you can have something in there in the live stream description that says, hey, while my bot answers in a very similar way to the way that I would, just be aware that this is a bot talking to you and they could be giving you information that's not 100% accurate, blah, 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 blah. That's what I would do just to protect my own butt. However, now you understand how this works, how you can create test characters, how you can modify those test characters so that they can be more like what you are looking for in a response. And now you see also how it works when you send hellos, goodbyes, and other information. You ask questions and all that sort of stuff. I think people could get lost in your chatbot if you make them interesting enough. But obviously doing that's going to take some time on your part to craft an interesting persona for your bot. Now, step 4 is to push it live. Once your playlist is set and the chatbot is configured, you push the stream out. Justream handles the encoding and the distribution. Your channel just goes live. So next you could just go into my streams and you can create your first stream. So here is where we're just going to get our streaming service. So where are we going to stream to? We'll select YouTube, and you can automate the stream by setting up YouTube or manually create the stream. We're just going to go ahead and automate it and click next. So now we've added YouTube. We can unlink it right here, whatever we want to do. Click next. So here we put in our stream title and our stream description. We set our privacy level from public, private, unlisted, whatever we want. We can select a playlist if we want to add it to the playlist. And then here's where we're going to add a character. And the character would be from our AI. Let's just call this title tutorial and we'll be able to save our stream. So now we have a YouTube stream that's created and offline. All right, all that's left to do is kick this off and show you how it works. So we are offline. We're just gonna click start, and now we are online. And let's see if we can chat with our bot. And you can see it already says, hello, my YouTube friends. Do you have a video for green screen in OBS? Alrighty, so it does ask you some questions, doesn't give you a specific video. I'm sure I can fix that so that it will just dole out a video. That's part of answering the question that they put up there for you. So you could put green screen as the question and then just link the video below and it will use all of them. But other than that, that's pretty good. It asks you a comeback question, and as we saw before, you can definitely use those comeback questions and just continue the conversation. So you can see everything is working and the video is running and it's doing everything that it's supposed to do. When we're finished, we can just click stop and that's it. We're all set. We can run this again anytime we want. Stop it. We can get rid of it and add a new one, whatever we want to do. And that's the full setup. Your channel is now running 24/7 live streams built entirely from content that you already created and own. Now, I wanted to go further than just a walkthrough, so I brought in the founder of Justream.
Thank you, Michael. It is a real pleasure to be here with you and your YouTube friends. And please forgive my Italian accent. The good news is that Justream is much easier to use than my English. I have spent many years creating videos and building software. Justream started when these two parts of my work came together.
He built this as a creator. His channel, ASMR Barber, was the original test case. Now, what he found in his own analytics is what made the case for me more than any product demo could. Now, you're a creator before you're a developer. I want to know the specific moment that this became something that you had to build. What was the concrete problem that you kept hitting that nothing else would solve?
The problem came directly from my channel, ASMR Barber. I had a large library of videos that still had value. But after the first weeks or months, many became much harder to find. I knew, as you know, live streams could create another entry point to the channel. The red live circle around the channel icon helps the channel stand out and gives viewers another way to discover it. But my type of content does not work as a traditional live show. I wanted constant present without having to be online every day. So I tried OBS, but keeping a computer running all the time was not the simple solution I wanted. So as a developer, I built a tool for myself first. That became Justream. Upload your video, create your playlist, start the stream, and let everything run in the clouds. It is also made it easy to bring my existing content to another platform like Twitch without creating anything new. The goal was not to replace normal uploads, obviously. It was to add another entry point and help my existing library keep working for longer.
You ran an automated live stream on your own channel for 4 months. Can you actually pull up those analytics and walk us through what you saw? I mean, subscriber movement, revenue, what does the data look like over time?
Yes, let me show you the real analytics from my channel. The stream ran for about 4 months using videos I had already published, and over that period it generated around 1,000 new subscribers and almost $900 in revenue. What matters to me is that I didn't need to record or edit anything new. I also didn't need to manage the stream every day. Of course, every channel is different, so I would never promise the same result to everyone, but this showed me that an existing video library can still create real value over time in a complete passive way.
How far does the capability go? Can it become a real community management tool, or is it more of a present signal for the platform right now?
For the AI chatbot, I think it is already a little bit of both. It makes the stream feel active, for example. It can welcome viewers, answer common questions, explain the content, share useful links, or offer also. I do not see it as a replacement for the creator, and the creator still decides the tone, the information, and the goals. The chatbot, let's say, it handles the repetitive part, and it is always happy to take the night shift. So today it already helps with engagement. In the future, I think it can become a more complete community management tool.
Now, if you've got a library of content that's mostly sitting dormant after the initial publish window, this is a legitimate way to put it back to work. The setup is low effort, the platform benefits to running live content are real and documented, and that AI chatbot piece is something worth keeping an eye on as the technology gets better and better. The Justream link is in the description, and that's where you want to go if you want to try it out. And you definitely should, because you get a 7-day free trial, so you've got absolutely nothing to lose. And if you do decide to sign up for longer term, well, you can use the code MichaelFeyrer20 and get 20% off for a full year. Pretty freaking sweet. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks to help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Feyrer Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next one.